My name is Oriana. I was born in Venezuela, but then I was raised in Costa Rica, and I moved here to the United States about 2 years ago. I actually have been doing volunteer work ever since I've been in Costa Rica. So I was in my car with my mom, and I remember listening to the radio of this opportunity to work with the children in the foster care system. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty interesting because that's not something we have in Costa Rica. So I was like, oh, I really like this. I like the values they stand for, and I also like the kind of work they do. It's kind of tough adapting, when you come from a different culture and everything. So I was like, well, maybe through volunteer work I can understand, the culture and the people, and I could also learn about the foster care system. You kind of build up that relationship with kids younger than 6 years old. It's hard to let them know what kind of role you have for them, but it was actually pretty easy to explain it to him. He was like, oh no, yeah, I understand, thank you for that. And I was like, okay. I was surprised by that. Because of the pandemic, it's hard to maintain contact. So what we do right now is phone calls. However, he's not really keen on phone, talking through the phone. So it's always 5 minutes or 10 minutes. However, there was this time, I actually just called him because I had time. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna call him. And he answered and he was like, yeah. And then I see that he requests a FaceTime, and I'm like, oh, okay. And we FaceTime for an hour and a half. It was the first time we had talked that long. And it was really nice because after that, his mom was like, hey, yeah, I saw that he FaceTimed you. He wanted to see your face. And I was like, it touched me so much. I was so happy because it's not the same as when you're with each other, doing something together. It's kind of hard. So I thought hey, maybe we can continue doing this. So that was really memorable for me. I feel like my experience would not be the same as the people living here, considering that it's not a language barrier because I just speak English well, but at the same time, right now, my CASA kiddo, he's from the Latinx community, and I always try to build up his self-esteem that, hey, you're cool, you can speak 2 languages, that's already awesome. And, trying to incorporate his culture into what he does and who he is, I think that's a really nice thing to do as someone who has that experience, as someone who has been through it. Yeah, I speak both Spanish and English. I might be cool for that. So, building up his heritage, I think that's pretty important because I know a lot of people that are from the Latinx community and Latinx descent, and they do not have that connection with themselves. And currently they're trying to get it. And I think it's really important for these kids to know where they come from and who their families are. And I think it's pretty neat that we can help them that way. It's totally worth it. It's incredibly rewarding. You benefit your community, you become a supporting role to these children's lives. And also, I didn't know this, but I actually learned a lot through the training programs. And it's not something that you can use only in the CASA program, you can use it anywhere else. So I feel like it's a great opportunity and a great experience. So if you're in the fence, it's really good. It's really worth it, honestly. Just knowing that you can make a difference in these children's lives, it's amazing. It's really inspiring.